Hey everybody, Who's Your Jedi here with another review for you. This time I'm talking episode 15 of season 3 of The Flash called The Wrath of Savitar. And wow, there's a lot going on in this episode. So let's just kind of get right into it. Of course, one of the big ones is Team Flash continues to be unable to learn that they should not keep things from each other because that will only end badly. And yet, this is one of the things that drama basically demands. It basically demands that characters constantly hide things from each other, no matter how bad, how stupid it is, or how many times in the past hiding stuff from each other has blown up in their faces. Because if they stop doing that, that gets rid of a whole lot of the drama and the potential for drama in the future. So, characters will never, ever properly learn this lesson. So that's just how it is. One thing I do like about this episode is that everybody kind of has their interesting moments. Like Cisco, we get to see him using his vibe powers again, and here he's clearly getting a much better handle on things. I like how Savitar kind of even taunted him about, Reaver, his counterpart from Earth 2, talking about, like, hey man, with your power you can basically be a god. And, Savitar is not incorrect that Cisco is a pretty darn far cry from that. He's improved a lot, but this version of Vibe is really being played up to be someone who is extraordinarily powerful. Now, I'm not familiar with the more recent interpretation of the character from the comics, so I don't know, but I do think that is interesting. And that is one thing that's in the back of my mind a lot when it comes to Cisco, is that, why isn't he taking what Reverb said more seriously? Yeah, Reverb was an evil version of himself, but here, and like with his encounter with Gypsy, there's apparently a load of stuff that Cisco could potentially do that he just doesn't know how to do yet. Now, I have a feeling particularly some of that stuff they learned from Gypsy, like, fighting a speedster, that I think is going to be relevant in the future, but we'll just have to wait and see. I also liked Savitar's comments on to HR. It's like, calling him a coward. And basically saying, like, man, I can't believe it. Of all the people here, you're the one that escapes my wrath. Why? HR should be the easiest one of them all to take down, and yet, for some reason, he survives. I think there's something going on there, but I can't put my finger on exactly what. And, you can see that this does get to HR a little bit, but he does shrug it off, I think, best of everybody. He just goes back to focusing on trying to help Wally. And I think it's very telling that Savitar really, really steps up, try to drive Wally, to manipulate Wally to get him out of the Speed Force, as soon as it gets to the point where it looks like, oh, Wally really would have been able to prevent Savitar from killing Iris. Now, Wally does state, like, yeah, I've been having these visions of Savitar for a week, so we know that things don't really... This kind of reminds us that this is not a new thing. This has happened before. But it's at that moment that it really steps things up, and you can tell, in my mind, this is like Savitar is worried. So I think that's pretty interesting. Nothing particular to say about Jessie this episode, except that in one regard, I thought this episode did her a really serious disservice. When after the announcement of Barry and Iris getting married, there's that fire, and Barry and Wally go off to deal with it, and Wally says, oh, Jessie's still all gaga over the ring, so she won't be coming. Seriously? Jessie can't, stop oohing and awing over a ring to go and help save people from a fire? I'm pretty sure if you say, hey, Jessie, people need help, let's go, she's going to have no trouble putting, oh, this ring is so cool, it's so awesome that Iris is getting married, aside, and, go help save people's lives. Seriously, that's dumb and frankly more than a little insulting to Jesse as a character. And also, maybe not the best message to be sending when it's the day before aired. This day aired like the day before International Women's Day. Just, I mean, nobody was trying to do anything intentional. Just rather poor timing for a rather poorly thought out storytelling choice. So let's see. I also like what was going on with Julie in this episode. I mean, seeing Tom Felton, do the whole Savitar is controlling him thing. I mean, that's good. He's really good at, really projecting that evil, creepy aura. But I also like how he pointed out, it's like, no, I don't want Savitar to possess me again. You guys can't make me. I have the right to refuse this. And you know what? Julian is absolutely correct. He does have the right to say no to this. And while it is ultimately necessary, I think, for them to kind of try and talk to him, they can't force this on him. This has to be something that's his choice. And, they did eventually get people around, of course, but he was correct that, this is something that he really should. This is something that should be his choice. It has to be his choice. Otherwise, that's not cool. Let's see, what else do we have to talk about? Caitlin. Again, good stuff going on with her. Just the look on her face when she says, like, I'm the one that betrays the team. And the way that, things really take a turn south with Julian. Basically, he's like, oh, you just want me to be your pet metahuman specialist so you can find a way to get rid of your powers. And this isn't true. And I like how Caitlin is quick steps like, look, no, that's not it. And you of all people should understand why I want to get rid of this power. She is seeing Julian as a person, but he's just thinking that she's looking at him as someone who wants to use it, just like Savitar used him. Now, granted, Julian is in a pretty emotionally vulnerable place right now just because everything is particularly going on, so it's not unsurprising that he does choose to lash out at Caitlin, perhaps unfairly, but still. I did like that, what was going on there with them. One thing that I didn't really care for was how both Iris and Joe kind of made a thing of like, well, you didn't ask Joe's permission to marry Iris, which, frankly, to me seems pretty dumb, which old-fashioned, and perhaps even in modern times somewhat demeaning towards a woman. But I kind of get the impression that this is just considered really more of a family tradition in the West family. Like, if you're going to ask a girl to marry or get married, this is the proper way to do it. And come on, I mean, do you think that in any way, shape, or form that Joe or Barry are trying to be in any way condescending to Iris? I mean, this is just really just kind of a family thing. It's an old-timey tradition thing that's just carried over. That that's it. But people have kind of pointed out that by asking Iris to marry him more for preventing her from, basically is more motivated by a desire to stop Iris from being murdered than from a genuine desire to have her as his wife at this point. I mean, Iris and Barry being together is still a pretty new development. And Iris does kind of point out, like, look, you're doing all this not because this is what you really wanted, but, well, obviously it's what Barry wanted, but he was really, again, more motivated by change the future than marry the woman I love. So it's understandable that she's kind of upset here. And again, while Barry didn't tell her that this is part of what was going on in his head. Now, he does point out, like, look, this was kind of a spontaneous thing. I didn't really think this through. And, again, Barry is doing all of this with the best of intentions. I mean, it changes the future in a way that might help Iris to survive. And it's hard to imagine that Barry has any serious objection to him and Iris being married. But again, he didn't level completely with Iris as to why he was doing this. And well, I think maybe she's taking this a little bit more worse than she probably should. It is understandable why she might be upset with her. And I do like that it's like, look, they're not broken up, they're still together as a couple. It's just this whole engagement thing is off the table for now. I'm sure this is going to happen for real someday, but Barry's going to have to do it properly the next time around with no secondary motivations other than being the husband of the woman he loves. Other stuff. The whole thing with Savitar messing with Wally, that was really great, and I absolutely love that they brought Wally's mom back, and it does kind of do a nice job of reminding us that Wally actually avoided his mother while she was in the hospital about to die. So, there's some residual guilt there that Savitar is able to play on. And I do love that once Savitar starts pushing Wally, he sees through it very quickly. But ultimately, this blows up in their face, and Wally again does something really stupid without consulting the team. And again, this all fits very badly. Now, when Savitar was starting to suck Wally into the portal, a lot of people have been complaining, well, why didn't Barry at least try and grab him? Well, I think Barry is like, if I try and pull Wally out of that, I don't know what's going to happen. I think he's like, I might pull Wally in half or something if I do that. It's just like, he does not know what's going on there. He could make the whole situation worse. In trying to help Wally, he could unintentionally kill him. Now, I think he probably in that moment understood that for whatever reason, whatever Savitar was doing to him, it wasn't something that was going to kill him. So I think that's why Barry just stood there and did nothing. It's like, I don't know what he's doing, but I don't think he's killing him. So, better to let this happen than to mess with it and be unintentionally kill Wally. And I do like how Savitar comes up with that very fitting story about Atlas. If you're familiar with the story of Atlas and Hercules, the golden apples, it fits quite perfectly. And if you're not, well, there's a thing called Google. I was recently talking with somebody about a Greek mythology class I took back in junior high school, so I actually do know that story. Actually, I got an A+ in that class. It's like one of only 2 times in my entire academic career I got an A+ in the class. Let's see, what else? So the fight with Barry and Savitar. Now, this time around, Barry actually was able to hurt Savitar, which shows that he's probably not as fast as previously. Now that he's not quite as connected, I guess, to the Speed Force. But what's going on with Savitar? It's really weird. Like, Savitar seems to say that Barry created him, but previously it had been said he was the first speedster, and that he was apparently he was gained his powers a long time ago in the past, but now Savitar's saying he'll gain his powers in the future. It's like, okay, is there more time travel going on? Is Barry going to go back to the distant past or something? And it's also very telling that Savitar, for some reason, wants Barry to worship him. It's extremely specific that it has to be Barry. He wants Barry to think that he's a god. So why? Why is Barry so important? And again, it's the whole "you made me into this." But yeah, there's definitely stuff going on here that seems extremely contradictory, and I hope that this is going to be explained. It's not the writers having screwed up. Man, oh man, that's terrible. It's like, oh, the writers just screwed up. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it here. As always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. You can, of course, join me on Tumblr at Jedi Reviewer, and also please find me on Twitter at Future Jedi. Until next time, keep happy.